Good evening, everybody. Welcome to stream. Oh my lord, I'm dying. It's lovely to have you here, Josh and Sabs and any lurkers. And we're gonna hop back into Metroid Prime 3, and I am going to hope that the things I tried off stream, which made it seem to run a little bit better, will continue to make it run a little bit better. I wasn't able to obviously stream while I was doing that, so I can't be sure how well it's going to work. The answer is
Samus,
better than
is protected by an
Tuesday,
energy
at
shield.
least. Oh yeah, happy Friday.
You will not be able to reach it with that barrier active. We need more data to determine how the shield can be disabled. You are near the wreckage of a downed Federation vessel. If you can use the satellite uplink on the ship, you may be able to access information concerning the seed. Prepare to receive the ship's coordinates now.
Hello, Ravercore. And welcome. Still a couple of hitches, but it's running way better than it was on Tuesday. The spike bush is an indigenous strain of plant life that produces venom. Oh, core, sure. I'm happy to call you core. Mature cash plants has fully developed bark that only heavy beams and explosives can do. I was going to say the music of this area, and while that's true, really I love the everything of this area. It's such a nice... It's such a good first world for this game. Rio Native is encased in solid ice. Scans indicate that the bioform inside is still alive. That's horrifying. Bioform appears to have been engaged in combat at the time of being frozen. Yes, I think I finished this twice before core. But I love it. I just recently replayed Prime 2, so this seemed like a good way to follow up. Solid ice mass appears to have been made to gain entry to temple. Ice has not yet begun to fall. Ragnoll. Lack of exoskeleton makes it agile but weak to most weapons. I assume from the way you're speaking that you're familiar with it. Yeah, I got the trilogy on the Wii, and I love it. And yeah, I've got the remaster of Prime 1. I wish we got a remaster of Prime 2 and 3 before 4 comes out. Structure identified, Hopper Nest. The exterior is incredibly durable, life signs detected. GF database accessed, file BY550. According to lore, these statues are a monument to the folly of war. Man, we can tell Rundus was here. Scans indicate Bioform has sustained fatal spinal fractures from impacting the wall. Ow! Yeah, I was very optimistic about 4. I'm more cautiously optimistic now. I still think it's going to be good, but I need to see how much the NPCs... Thank you for letting me know, Core. I do make the mistake of assuming that people are male, but male is not default. So thank you for letting me know. That's exactly how I got it, Josh. I got Metroid Prime 3, loved it, got the trilogy. Solar Energy Collector provides a means to access the security locks. Enter the shafts to access the locks. No, I don't think I... Scan complete. Unable to use the subject with current suit up. Yeah. I need to see more about 4. We can do that. We can actually come over here to begin with. Oh, lordy. This is the ship they want us to explore, but I can't. Unable to use the subject with current suit upgrades, and there is no way to jump across them. Man, they just straight up crashed into a mountain, didn't they? Pro tip, chat, don't. Man, Prime 1 has some good bosses. Prime 1 is good everything. What am I saying? Door lock system engaged, unable to bypass security, engage override token. I'm pressing Z to scan. That's weird, it won't let me scan directly down. Severe structural damage detected. Bridge hit by heavy weapon fire. Proceed with caution. Ha! Oh no. Oh, hell yeah, Core. Anytime you can skip something weird is great. Yeah, I'm also worried about that, Josh. But we shall see. I didn't scan you yet. I must. Phazon Nightbot. Brute form's powerful attack, but it can be overloaded to destroy it. It's such a cool idea. They start spinning around, generating energy in their center. But if you hit that center, they all go kaboom. Oh, Thardus is so good. Might be a touch loud. Let me know if that sounds better, Josh. I was a big fan of the classic Assassin's Creed games. I haven't played one since AC4, I think. Assassin's Creed 4 I've played but never finished. But yeah. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2 is the classic. Ezio is fantastic. Hello, where are you? Metal orb is obstructing path, but movable by electro-grapple forces. Move object appear this time. Yeah, I have a vague memory of that. I wonder if I can fix that in a second. Galaxy map, planet. Sure can't. Oh no, wait, audio? Hey, I can increase speech volume. Or... yeah. Let's go for half of that. Put the overall volume back to where it was, and hopefully... hopefully the game is still fine. Good adventurers go left. Do I? Yeah, I do it. Squinch. Shellbug attacks by firing phase on spikes. Soft body is vulnerable to attack. It's worth noting. Ooh, I don't think I did, Josh. So it's probably crazy loud at the moment. Yeah. Scans detect an abnormality in this unnatural ice formation. Phase-on signatures present. Just want to go back. One thing that's interesting is this game leans much more heavily into phase-on as kind of a central concept. It is very much present in Prime 1 and 2. But here, almost every creature you come across utilizes phase-on to some extent. Morphology, Hopper, attacks with razor-sharp talons, pounces from a distance. I may have lowered the volume a bit too much, because even I can barely hear it. Ooh, I'm glad I came this way. I love the Brionian lore panels. Golden Age. Look now to the past, into the time of peace on Brio. See the age of gold, when our world was a paradise unrivaled. Hear the songs of joy fill the streets of the royal city, as the people honor the coming of Brius the First, the Liberator. Behold the launch of our first ship to the stars on that day, and witness the rise of science, of a new Brio. See this, and see the beginning of our downfall. We love getting an early E-tank. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a much heavier emphasis on phase-up in this game. And, I mean, there are thematic reasons for that, but also just lore-wise. Phazon has been a presence in the galaxy for a much, much longer time now, and is physically present on a lot more planets. It's just affected a lot of creatures in the world. So yeah, there is Phazon detected in this ice. Phazon vines are impervious to attack, but growths are vulnerable to Phazon-based weapons. Yeah. As things stand, there is nothing I can do about it. However, I can activate Hyper Mode, at which point I can do something about it. I think that is both an encouragement to use Hyper Mode and a reminder that Hyper Mode exists. Hyper Mode will become key to solving a lot of the problems we're going to end up having. And the suggestions that there is Phazon in this ice strongly suggests that Rundus was using Hyper Mode around here as well. Very possibly he also had to deal with Phazon vines that grew back afterwards. Ooh. Hold on, emulator, buddy. Moganar-class Wargo is without power, unable to activate with current suit upgrades. One of the things I find so weird in this game in terms of upgrades is the fact that I currently have my grapple, but I can't swing with the grapple. If I remember correctly, that's like swinging with the grapple is a separate upgrade to the grapple.
I want me some glory hole.
Hi, Nikki. Nikki, we got lizard people. Morphology, Reptilicus Hunter. Target can generate a personal cloaking field around its body. Phazon Corruption has granted Reptilicus Hunters the ability to cloak themselves. They use this to their advantage and will hide or move positions while cloaked to gain the upper hand in the combat. Reptilicus Hunters are fairly organized despite their primitive nature. Usually attacking in small groups, they patiently wait for their prey to become isolated in a locked area before attacking. Their weaponry consists of an energy whip for close-range assaults and a throwing chaperon for long-range attacks. They have adapted to the harsh climates of Rio and are quite resistant to fuel gel and heat-based attacks. It's actually illegal to be mean to me. So, you know, just so you're aware that you're breaking the law. You know, for dudes who can cloak, you sure don't. Him go, ah. Yeah, not a lot of moving. I do feel like that could have gone better for me. Stone structures are attached into the wall and no longer active. Hallway access granted. Stone plates appear to be a primitive locking system that requires specific input to open. Age of Science. The ships of Brio sped to the stars in all directions, bearing the banner of peace. Soon we found stellar brethren in the Chozo, the Luminoth, and the Eel. I love that, by the way. The fact that the Brionians knew the Chozo and the Luminoth, I feel like it really ties a lot of the semi-mystical but very science-based races together. Starborn knowledge came to Brio, and we gladly sent our wisdom to our new friends in return. The hearts of Brio were filled with pride, and they honored the lords of science for all the wonders we provided. As the time of new Brio came to be, the old ways faded. The cries of joy from those who honored science covered the angry shouts of those who mourned the old ways, the primal traditions. I haven't played this in such a long time that my memories are very vague. Scans indicate an unusually high amount of telluric alloy. That normally means... yeah. Oh, okay, that don't hurt. Oh! Oh, they grab on and they float me. That is really cool conception. He wants to march, chat. Man, I had 100% forgotten about this. Yeah? Ah. Okay. Oh, I can just do that. I didn't need another thing. I assume that comes out the same place? Hmm. Okay, yeah. Those both come out the same. That's fine. Ornamental panel is covering part of the statue. It could probably be ripped off with another. Ooh! Ooh! What's that? Statue contains several liters of unstable fuel gel. Igniting the gel may destroy the statue. Chad, I think igniting the gel destroyed the statue. Yeah, the grapple swing is a different upgrade from the grapple beam. Which, I don't know, I guess it didn't have enough strength to carry Samus's full body weight in power armor, but it just seems like such a weird thing to separate. tried to jump and failed. Now I must go into exile. There we go. Ooh. Emulator, old buddy, you're having a rough time. The thing is, let me get up there as well. I don't have enough jump height to get up. Maybe I can do it from the other side. I did see there's this. And is this... Is there any kind of... No, this is just... Probably have to come back here then. I never scanned these. Viable attach point for the grapple. Excuse me. Man, I can... Oh, of course I can hear a power up. There's nonsense happening beneath this door. Including a giant pool of phaser, which probably isn't super healthy to stand in. Given how, you know, it is officially massively radioactive. Oh, hang on. I think I know. Oh, it doesn't matter. That needs the ice beam. Okay, cool. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Ow! Okay. Can I scan these guys? Not the big ship, just the little dude. Downed vessel located. Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to scan. Oh hell, I didn't see that guy on the ceiling. Subject was impaled on an ice shard before being frozen. That just seems unnecessary, to be honest. Man, I really want to scan those dudes, but this is not the spot. pretty obvious what that's going to be. Interesting. Very interesting. Must be a thing I do later. Atomic. Corporeal energy that sloughs explosive segments of its form. Neat. They really like to charge me. Said explosives may damage those. So. Text panel is held in place by security clampers. Oh, neat. I see what I have to do. Unit is one of a series of power rods. Connect all rods to restore. Oh. I've got to do them in pairs. Satellite interface system is powered. Control systems are disrupted. Realign controls to engage interface. This is the most elaborate map room that I can remember. Yo, I'd forgotten about that. There are multiple places to land in each area. They're really big on using the ship as not quite a teleporter, but a way to get to different parts of the map.
Samus, the satellite data has revealed two distinct energy signatures. They must be supplying power to the siege shield. If these targets are eliminated, the shield will be removed. We are uploading the location of each energy signature and nearby landing sites.
Yeah, I already saw those though. Remember I said this game is a lot more hand-holdy than the other Primes? I still think it is a good and fun time, but I'd kind of forgotten how hand-holdy it is. Fuel gel is susceptible to extreme temperatures and will freeze if exposed to cold. I have no way to do that. I want to check this again. Now that the power's back, can I... Yeah! Now this becomes an actual challenge. Along with that, this part of it is in any way doable. Ow. Oh, these guys are different. Ragnoll Adult. Resistant to most weaponry, physical stress can destroy. I couldn't remember how to get up here, but I remembered that you could. And I was right. I always wish you could scan the Leviathan Sea. I know it's a million miles away, but it's also giant. And weird as it seems, we are temporarily done with this part of Brio. Or we're not. I forgot that there was a mini-boss here. Alpha Hawk spits venom at prey from a distance. Uses talons for close range battles. Ow, Oh, right, that's what they want to do. Oh, I've got to destroy this. Oh no. It was just another one. The ship was a very big focus of Prime 3. And I find it interesting because the ship doesn't actually do that much, except act as a way to get from one area of a planet to another, or from one planet to another. There are a few other things it does, but not huge, which is weird given how much it's like... It's very much the differentiating factor. Guess whose ship that is? The ship covered in ice? Must be the shapeshifter. Phrygian class gunship. GF records identify pilots as runners. The engines are still warm. Hey, my buddy's here. This is surely good news. Stonework represents Vimses II, the first emperor of the Seshar dynasty. Hazard identified, biogel. That's right, fuel gel. Substance is highly volatile, contact with gel can cause damage. Why did I say biogel? Stone Arcade is blocking access to a transportation shaft, unable to enter from this side. I don't remember what you need to do to get up there. I know there's a way. Fuel gel pumping system is operational and working at maximum capacity. Me when I. Man, Runders is having a field day here. Abnormal energy signatures detected beyond this frozen formation. High temp beams could melt the ice. Well, gosh dang it, I don't have one of those. I probably never will. Oh well. Age of Schism. In time, the wonders of science were not enough for those who held the primal traditions in their hearts. The warnings of the Chosen, to seek balance between old and new ways, were not heeded by the Lords of Science, myself included. We forged on, ignorant of the rage in the hearts of the primals. The time came when Sphemus, first Lord of Science, denounced the primals and their traditions in the center of the royal city. It was as flame to a dry forest. The age of science ended, and the age of schism was born. Man, I don't think I ever knew you could look up here. Always go for the higher path if you can. You know it's going to have cool stuff. What did I tell you? Cool stuff. Can't do anything about that without a high temperature beam. Ooh. That is a very nice elevator thing. Ooh, that is a sound we're going to be hearing a lot of. That is a sound which means lots of phazon nearby. And, to be fair, lots of Phazon nearby. Your PED suit will allow you to absorb this Phazon into your body and utilize it as energy. Phazon is no longer harmful to us. In fact, what it does, among other things, is gives us a lot more power for the PED suit. Oh, I frunked up. To be fair, this is an intentional frunk up. Phazon overload detected rapidly. Yeah, if you keep up hyper mode for too long.
Samus, we just received very abnormal readings from your life support systems. Are you okay?
Barely.
As a precaution, we are downloading the diagnostic data from your suit to further analyze the situation. We will contact you again if we have any more information.
Yeah, you better have more information. So, yeah, if you use hyper mode for too long, that's what happens. You start losing control, and your body kind of becomes full of Phazon. Which makes it quite worrying that the other hunters haven't been heard from in a while. Hi, friend. Oh. Okay, goodbye, friend. I'm sure he has things to do. Oh no. Yo, I forgot about the Hellhounds. Which is not what they're called, but it's what I like to think of. Warp Power. Teleports over short distances. Vulnerable to cold-based attacks. Wish I could do something about that. Warpounds are susceptible to low-temperature attacks due to the nature of their thermal energy-driven biosystem. They are often used by Reptilicus as guards and hunt beasts. They consume fuel gel to survive and can expel blasts or converted thermal energy to attack and defend. The creatures can teleport over short distances, disrupting many forms of electronic targeting in the process. Oh yeah. In spite of the dangers, hyper mode. This is not a don't use hyper mode thing. This is a use hyper mode cautiously. A lot of enemies are crazy tanky in 3 because they want you to use hyper mode. Rionian data translated. Entry Age of War. In the beginning, the conflicts were small, out of sight for most on Brio, but they grew, slowly but as steady as the coming of the sun. Diplomacy gave way to brutality, and war came to our world. The Lords of Science turned their minds from exploration to destruction, and unleashed horrors unknown upon their primal enemies. In retaliation, the primals turned to the darkest of ancient powers, cursing us, the Science Lords, and all who served our cause. Friends from the stars tried desperately to end the company, all in vain. The people of war would not be denied. Wrong button. got to shoot this first. Yeah, that powers up that thing. Heck. I'm so sad that that's not scannable because that little cube looks very cool. Fuel gel flow regulator is not engaged. Igniting the fuel gel may force it into position. Hey chat, pro tip, whenever anything regarding fuel isn't working, just shoot the fuel. It'll probably work. Hi, Winter. Like, for example, if your car's fuel pump isn't working, just shoot the fuel. Like, what could go wrong? It's funny, I saw that and somehow thought it was already out. God, what if, Winter?
Whoa!
Thank you for the Paula. It is, as ever, much appreciated. Chat, did you know Paul was cool? Man, that was more violent than I expected. And yet, not nearly as violent as that. I don't think I can get it. Oh, Nora there, apparently. Alright, I can just... What if the Dark Samus was the corruption we made along the way? Winter, Of course Zelda would love Sheikah Power. I would also love to see Zelda in Sheikah Power. Or Chozo Power. Don't let canon be a noose for your creativity. Pump tower has moved to its final position. Fuel gel pumping systems are now online. Hell yeah. This was always, for me, one of the sillier ideas. That there are only certain ledges that Samus can grab onto. And I mean, I suppose the same thing is true of, like, wall jump surfaces in Prime 2. But, I don't know, it just feels very silly. It's very video gamey in not the best sense. Golem fixture is stuck in an open position and is constantly pouring fuel gel. Hit with the strong blast. Vine appears combustible. Its thick bark prevents you from using weapons to it. Oh, I get it. It's an SCP entity. That's very fun. Ooh. Who are you, buddy? Don't be scared. I saw you. Like, I understand why the grab ledges exist. They wanted there to be, like, you can't just jump everything. But in practice, it looks goofy. Goofy is exactly the right word. Did I ever scan the save room? I didn't. Every Goofy is that goofy, Winter. That's not a smaller Samus helmet. That is part of the Phazon Enhancement Device, or PED, which is integrated into her suit to let her activate Hyper Mode to use Phazon to power up her everything. Don't go there for now. Hello? Don't do that to me. You're very welcome, Winter. I tried to teach. I tried to treat all questions as sincere until given evidence to the contrary. Gel bug. Phasite shell infused with fuel gel. Explodes when shot. Oh, absolutely. Gel bugs have a rough life, you can tell. Ooh, is this the first time we see them? Yeah, space pirates be here as well. I wonder if we can scan them. Nope. Scanned these dudes before? I haven't. Armored pirate troop, covered with a thin layer of armor susceptible to explosive attack. What do you mean you dodged? That's my job. Yeah. Friend! Hello, friend, who is definitely friend and not foe. Hunter Rundis, reported to have gone missing during a Federation mission. Oh no. That's not a very friend thing to do. Yep. That's not him. No, I mean, it is. But due to Phazon infection, Dark Samus has essentially taken over his body. Morphology, Rundis. Ice armor protects body, but could be ripped off if he was sick. Phazon exposure has greatly enhanced Rundis in his ability to generate ice, making him deadly at any range. His durable ice armor has one weakness, the neck. Serious physical stress can weaken and remove it, exposing Rundis to attack. His weak point cannot be seized as long as Rundis is active. He can create frozen objects at will and can freeze missiles in mid-flight. Smaller ice-based projectiles can be shot down, but it is recommended to evade larger ones. Be advised, Rundis can trigger a hyper mode state, elevating his threat level to match your own. So, Phazon is not Dark Samus. Phazon existed before Dark Samus. Dark Samus is the remains of the Metroid Prime combined with the Phazon suit that you get at the end of Prime 1, which included a part of Samus's DNA. However, because of how much Phazon the Metroid Prime had absorbed, because of how much Phazon the Phazon suit had absorbed, Dark Samus is very, very closely linked to all of the Phazon in existence, and when she attacked all of the hunters and did that like big Phazon blast, the reason she left them alive is that she implanted part of herself in them, and the moment they fall to any kind of Phazon corruption, she can take control of that to some extent. Oh yeah. Yeah, he can fly. Ow. God, I love him, but his run is so silly. Then I shall not spoil it, Josh. By the way, look how much damage I did the one time I used Hyper Mode. I think he might be in Hyper Mode now. If he is, he's not separately scanned. Oh yeah, he is in Hyper Mode. It's just not a separate scan. Yeah, lost control of his eyes. God, that's such a creepy representation of Dark Samus. And it's not clear if Dark Samus is physically here in any capacity. Oh yeah. He's super dead. Yeah, this is weird. In a couple of the Metroid games, instead of getting an ice beam, you get an ice missile. I could have sworn this one was an ice beam. Capable of freezing enemies or liquids for short periods of time. I know what you want me to do. I am literally in the process of doing it, babes. Phase-out plating is bolted over a control switch, unable to access with current suit upgrades. Okay, so even hyper mode can't break that apparently. That little line, unable to access or unable to interact with current suit upgrades, I think it's one of the greatest things this game does. Just like, don't worry about it yet. I ain't spoiling nothing, Josh. But yeah, I strongly believe that the reason Samus doesn't fall to whatever this is just because she's more careful. She's been exposed to a lot more Phazon in the past. That's given her a slight resistance and also a lot of caution regarding Phazon. Hey, I'm able to scan these suits for the first time. Tiny insects that feed on fuel gel. Exploding gel. Oh no, those are different. Tying a crucial movement ability to a limited ammo resource doesn't feel amazing. I will say that. You know what? Being part Chozo probably helps a lot. Those are some tough girls. Hologram console, offline, current display, none. Restore power to Rionian data translated. Entry down. Look now to the time of battle. Tribe against tribe. See fertile lands swept clean of all living things by arcane nightmares or the hellish blasts of science. See the giant stone Moganars do battle, destroying the land with their titanic blows. And hear the undying scream of a planet racked by darkest war. The battles waged endlessly, and the resources needed to sustain our war machines were great. Rio, too, had become a casualty of the war. The air was filled with the smoke of battle, and the soil soaked with the toxins of pollution. Calamity after calamity visited the folk of Rio, until a world once known for wonders became a scarred husk under the stars. Only a small region remained habitable, and to it the survivors went, bringing the war with them. hell yeah, Josh. I'm glad to be able to provide that. I'm not going to play... I'm not going to play Prime 4 at launch, for the simple reason that I want to play it on Switch 2, and I can't currently afford a Switch 2, so... I should probably enter some contests or something. Shield generator status online. Inaccessible from current location, unable to reach from the ground. Interesting. Leviathan shield generator. Armor plating made of Meldium. Armor integrity at maximum. Am I close enough to scan that? I am! Leviathan seed has embedded itself within the planet, currently protected by an energy shield. Oh hell yeah, Josh. So.
Clearly, this is the source of the energy signature we detected. This generator is supplying power to the Leviathan's protective shield. You will be unable to destroy the generator with your current weapons. You must find a weapon capable of penetrating the generator's heavy armor.
You know, that's interesting. I thought I actually already had it. Oh, there's lots of you. Okay, so I've got to head probably to the other area. Oh, that one felt good. Now that we can freeze, we can come this way. Oh, thanks. Don't want to deal with you. I don't currently... could get there. I'll probably come back here. Oh, definitely. Yeah, Josh. Oh my god, did I say that I'm playing a Metroid game? No. No, I'm playing Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls 4. I've got an exclusive first copy. Is there anything fun, scannable around? Nope. Yo! Yeah, pirates can go hyper mode too. Isn't that terrifying? Yeah, for something that costs you health as a resource, they want you to use hyper mode a lot. Which I think is actually kind of good. For the simple reason that hyper mode is fun. That's so interesting, Josh, because I think what you're saying to me means I think that you got to the third point. I think you got way further in this game than you were now. Hey! Because it's not quite Dark Purple Planet at nighttime, but, you know, memories being memories. But yeah, Second Planet is almost as far from being that as a thing can be. Unless I'm the one misremembering. Maybe you can do them out of order. Maybe the fool was me. Jamming beacon is interrupting remote control signals. Cannot use the command visor while it's active. This terminal powers the energy shield found in the previous area. Neat.
Samus, we have discovered a Federation landing site on Brio.
Nice.
You may be able to use this facility to upgrade your ship. We are sending the coordinates to you now.
Also, Josh, you calling this the Goron planet has fundamentally changed part of my brain. Thank you. Compound gate sealed shut. Analysis indicates high amounts of meldium within the store. Gunship requires increased firepower. Okay, so there's no way through there at the moment. think I know where I have to go. Oh no, you're absolutely correct, Josh. I don't know how I failed to see the connection until now. So there is, there's an optional pickup I can get before I go here. I'm gonna quickly swing by and grab it. I'd also forgotten, like, how early you fight Rundles. Oh wow, my phone. I think it's through this way. There we go. Hi, buddy. Gamer. Chat, are you gaming? Non-aggressive bioform. Avoid contact with spiked shell. Can do. It's weird that they made this room, like, large. Because there's nothing else in here. Like, you'd think at that size there'd at least be some lore or something. there's an upgrade there. The contents inside were disturbed. Ooh! Nice! Glad I noticed that. It's funny, early on, missile expansions are really valuable. And then eventually you just have so many that each additional one is just... Oh my god, how did I... That each additional one is worth increasingly little. Because when you have 200 missiles, another 5 is not going to be the difference maker. Giant robot? Fuck yeah. Ryonian labor golem. Appears deteriorated but still functional. A concussive blast may activate. Yeah, my man. God, he's so cool. Unknown surface type, designed to work with an advanced movement system. Oh, I remember this. This is kind of a fun puzzle. But, you know, puzzle's a bit strong. GF fuel gel pumping crane is offline. A large battery appears to have been removed. War Golem is restrained and unable to move. It looks like it is trying to reach for the controller. Oh, they're just leaving. Okay, so that. I thought maybe like each step would unlock the next one. No, they're just giving you an idea of what needs to be done. There we go. Gate door is locked in place, locking mechanism engaged. Unable to open from the outside. Ooh, brimstone. That's just missing. Oh, hang on. Do I not need to go up now? I still want to check up. Oh, literally can't. Look, chat, something exciting. I was up there, actually. I got teleported, and I do not approve.
Samus, we have uncovered more information regarding your condition.
Yeah, it's called autism.
It appears that once activated, the unique phazon inside your body overreacts after several seconds. We did not foresee this problem when we gave you the PED, and unknowingly, we put you in grave danger. We are sorry. Please be aware that it will not be possible to counter Dark Samus without the PED.
Yeah, after absorbing as much phazon as she did in Metroid Prime 2, Dark Samus is pretty much immune to any damage except phazon power damage. We actually saw that at the end of the final fight. You had to absorb her own phazon in order to damage her. Well, it's the same thing here, except she's not going to give you that for free. Ragnoll Hive. Vulnerable to explosive blasts. Ragnolls are just war wasps, but different. Structure is heavily eroded. Localized explosive blast could cause complete structural failure. Complete structural failure? That's my favorite kind of structural failure. I hear a secret somewhere. Just not sure if it's up or down. Oh, it's definitely down. Caloric element. Yo, seriously? Aged gel crystal. Hardened shell appears invulnerable to weapon. Ah, there we go. So sufficient explosion next to it will damage it. Oh, and there's... Yo, we're back in the ship, or a different ship? No, not a ship. Just a GF facility. I remember this. Missile racks are part of a gunship weaponry upgrade system, controlled by a nearby terminal. Yeah. Hey, you know how we have little missiles? What if we also had big missiles?
Hostile life forms detected. Initiating security lockdown.
Ah, dang it.
Hostile life forms detected.
Yeah, I heard
Initiating
you.
security lockdown. Hostile life forms detected. Initiating security lockdown. Hostile life forms detected. Initiating security lockdown. Hostile life forms detected. Initiating
Nah, hyper mode is fun. To just blast, to just pull out occasionally. Just to finish off some tough dudes quickly. Anything here scannable? Oh right, the bay doors are still closed. That sucks. There's no way to solve it. Oh well, that's the end of the game. That was incredibly aggressive. Yo, energy cell, Pog. Yeah, come on. Unfortunately, can't do anything with that door yet. I need a high temperature beam. Ooh. Now we have to put away our toys before our ship can land.
Data received.
Chad, if your vehicle doesn't get upgraded with lasers, then honestly get a better mechanic. Gunship upgrade complete. New weapon system added. Ship missiles are online. Lock onto command icons with Z to initiate a bombing run. Yeah, Josh, you were right to forget about them. They barely matter. I genuinely find it so funny. Like, you've got the command visor and all of these things, and it just... It's useful in a handful of places, but I feel like it's very specific. Whereas in any Metroidvania, the best upgrades can be used in like a million places. And I don't think this is bad. I really, really like this game. But it is interesting that a lot of the ship stuff just isn't as big as I think it feels like. If that makes any sense. I've got a weird feeling there's an upgrade like in the fuel gen. I feel like I would be hearing it if there were something. Oh my lord, is that a hopper nest? No, Gragmore. Ow! It fell. I blame the government. This is unfortunately one way. Ooh. I can't lock onto those to do anything with them. That makes it very clear. Is there like another door? No. It's here on my map. There's only one way. Okay, you come from the other side. You come from the other side and then you can get across there. I can't do that yet because I don't have the heat up. Okay, I pushed one of them into fuel gel. The other one just jumped out of solidarity with his buddy. Which, like, very noble, but very dumb. Yeah, I can't melt this yet, which means I can't get up there to do the stuff that's happening. That's fine. Oh, you guys are here now? I'm not super sure I like that. Again, can't interact with that. Whoa! Remorse class turret. Space pirate defense system. Susceptible to explosive blasts. Now, I sometimes struggle to read things on stream. I swear, like, I am literal. You just wouldn't know it by listening to it. Man, the space pirates have sure gone to town on this place. I will say, these little bubbling patches in the fuel gel, that is good design. It helps you know exactly the distance you can realistically jump and where to shoot your missiles. It just avoids a certain amount of trial and error. Proximity switch turns on when approached. Shoot switch to activate connected system. Ah. Oh, that sure feels weird. Neat. Oh, cool. Again, shortcut. We love to see it. That's terrifying. Man, they left their weeniest dude to protect this entire party. Excuse me? They set up a whole thing? Man, y'all would be busy. The music is continuing. Okay, yeah, there is another one. Is he just glitching out and not attacking? Because I can accept that. Wait, have I not scanned these dudes? Oh, this is an armored arrow troop. Is this gonna be, like, infinite until I break this thing? No, apparently not. Time to secure the elevator. Fuck you, Moldy. Construction is incomplete. Well, that's good. Oh my lord. How many of them are there? I'm just gonna blow shit up. This is probably the better move anyway. Yeah, ship missiles. Okay, so I don't think that was a gauntlet. I think they were just trying to stop you from doing the thing you're meant to be doing, which is that. Space-fired cannon base has been completely destroyed. Unit is beyond repair. Space-fired cannon has been completely destroyed. Unit is beyond repair. Hell yeah. I love units being beyond repair. I mean, space pirate units in particular. Ow. Oh lord. There was an upgrade there for my ship missiles, which has always felt a little bit weird to me because not an upgrade, a refill. They're not like normal missiles. I don't know if you can even run out of them. They're nowhere on your user interface how many you have. It's all just a little bit weird. Regardless. Remember how that's composed of meldium? And that's the thing that's weak to ship missiles?
Data received.
Teehee. And that's not enough to completely destroy the shield. But it does weaken it. That? Something? No. Oh, you're new, aren't you? Advanced shield troop. Battle shield deflects attacks but can be pulled reflected. You know what? I do like having hyper mode as a win harder button. Now we head to the second generator, which I think we've got everything we need to actually destroy it. Ooh, is there... Is this what I'm remembering? Is there a secret down here? No. Super feels like I have a memory of that somewhere. Already done enough to kill.
Data received.
And I was standing right there, and I was fine.
They call me Mr. Pig!
Untitled, thank you for the raid. I will give you a shout out in a second. Oh fuck, that's so cool, I forgot about that. Berserker Knight, not a Berserker Lord, but the same. Hello, board game. Untitled, what were you up to? Oh. This is the same nonsense we've seen before. I got basically forced into hyper mode and couldn't exit. You know, I've never played Diablo. I've heard it's good. Oh, Diablos. Monster Hunter World. Oh my god, Accelerated Bomb Cloud is such an amazing name. Anyway, yes, thank you for the raid. Oh, I love the Basil Goose. The underscore but yeah, thank you for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Fantastic Mr. Pig. I'm a variety streamer. At the moment, I'm doing what I call the Year of Giant Robots. So I've played a bunch of different games with giant robots in them, including Horizon, Metal Gear Rising, Robot Alchemic Drive, which is so much better than it has any right to be. I just did Metroid Prime 2, which only has one giant robot, but it's a cool one. Metroid Prime 3 has a couple of giant robots. Really cool things. But yeah, Untitled, if you need a raid and run to take care of stuff, please feel free to. I really appreciate you being here. Everybody else, if you're here for a while, settle in. We're making some amount of progress. You know, there are so many giant robot games, and I've only been able to play a tiny fraction of them. After this comes one I've been wanting to play for a long time. Actually started it years ago and didn't get very far. But I'm going to be playing Xenogears. Ow. I'm sorry. Little man can go hyper? I think it's PS1, yeah, Josh. Untitled, like, not just because I love them. Genuinely, the Xenoblade games are the most accessible of them. Like, in terms of genuine accessibility, like the ability to play them, and just the insanity of the story. So if you're going to, I would suggest starting with Xenoblade 1. It's a great story, great game. Yeah, almost Final Fantasy VII in the sense that Xenogears was one of the first proposals for Final Fantasy VII. Which is wild to think about. Like, just think about what Final Fantasy VII could have been if it had been a good game. Xenoblade 2 has a particularly famous Welsh girl. So, yeah. Morphology, Korak beast. Tongue and mouth are sensitive. Belly sometimes vulnerable from the ground. And then, on his back, Pirate Hassan, rider of the vicious paw, wields energy lance and punch. shit, I didn't see. Like, you kill one dude and more just show up? That's rude. I don't think the Korak Beast and the Pirate Hussar ever show up again, which is weird given how cool they are. Like, you'd think that's something that they'd want to capitalize on. By which I mean both the Space Pirates and the developers. Man, there's a lot of pirate nonsense going on now. Oh my lord, there's a lot. Good. Okay, time to save state before that crashes. Okay. Guessing this way is something special. Oh, save station. Lovely. Ah, a lot of phase-on corruption showing up in places I don't like. Ooh. Lore and missiles? Me likey. The Primals crafted new magics to protect their warriors, and sent them into the burning wastelands to hunt the Lords of Science hiding there. Though we tried to avoid conflict, many Science Lords were found and ended by primal warbands. I was but the sole survivor, the last remaining Lord of Science. In order to protect myself, I adopted the wisdom once shared by the Chosen. I merged the ways of the new, science, with the ways of old, magic. I built mighty Morganars out of stone, and placed them outside the walls of my home, there to silently protect me from all enemies. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, that's so interesting. I can't bomb that yet because of the anti-air cannons. I think you can try.
Data received.
Samus, there are 2 anti-aircraft turrets protecting the generator.
No,
Your ship
really?
will not be able to get a clear shot while those guns are active.
Man. I had forgotten how hand-holdy this game can be. Unable to open from this side. Now that's interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I was like, I don't know where to go then. I don't think you need to destroy those things, by the way. I just like doing it. Boy, those grenades are scary. I'd forgotten. Those fuel tanks can blow up the turrets for you. Man. Space pirates sure do love some phazon, don't they? Yo, I'd forgotten this whole section. I like how freezing, like, freezes gravity. I thought I could just yank that out. Valve is used to manually open the cannon's ammunition chambers, vulnerable to electrographic. Yeah, okay. Ah, you can only do that. And then it shields up. Gravity is the fundamental force most vulnerable to ice missiles. We all know this. Oh no, there's a way out down here? Yeah. This is better because it's a bit of a shortcut. corpse is riddled with energy burns from drone and turret weapon fire. You know what? There's no advantage to fucking up their machines, except that it makes me feel good. And isn't that enough of an advantage? I can hear something. There we go. These? I don't think these do anything. Ship missile expansions. Number of missiles your gunship can carry has increased by 1. I'm not convinced that that upgrade does anything. And the reason I say that is because I have never been in a situation where I somehow didn't have enough missiles to bomb the thing I wanted to bomb. So I'm convinced that that upgrade is just to pad out the numbers. Ow. Oh, this is the worst thing. I hope you can see why I consider this to be... Oh my god, he knocked me down? So yeah, they can undo your progress very easily. it turns out ignore them is actually the correct strategy. I remember that being way harder. But I kept focusing on the wrong thing. Wrong button. Walkways secured in place by clamps. A very strong blast could probably... Oh, okay. I just need to send a very quick message. Now that those are both destroyed,
Data received.
a gunship can do its gunshipy thing. Like, I don't even think it changes the cutscene to show more missiles coming out. I have no idea what the ship missile upgrades actually do. But the Leviathan seed is now exposed.
The destruction of the generators has disabled the Leviathan shield. The seed is now exposed. You must fly there and find a way to destroy it.
I want to check and... Like... I would understand the ship missile upgrades if you could, like... if you could bomb arbitrary things. Clear out a big area, but, you know, it costs resources. But you could only use it in specific places, and you always have enough missiles, enough ship missiles to do those things, because they're story relevant. I just don't get it as an upgrade. Also, what the hell is this? Crashed vessel appears to have been caught in the explosion from the shield generator. Oh, interesting. Bye. They don't want to deal with me. I don't want to deal with them. It's mutual. I might go a little bit late today, because we're coming to the first, like, major boss. And I would like to finish that. Brio Seed. And I think we get a little bit of lore on the actual Leviathan Seed this time. Oh, it's so weird inside. Love it. One of many glands that is capable of generating massive quantities of phason. Semi-sentient organic structure. Phason tentacles are harmful, but its top can be safely touched. So one of the things that keeps coming up, phason also seems to imbue things with sentience. It's very weird. Parasitic fungus relies on the seed for sustenance. It is saturated with phason, but not yet harmful. The exposed center within this organic mass appears to be its only vulnerable. Ancient Reptilica's war golem appears to be receiving energy from the core of the seed. Large amounts of concentrated phason are pouring out from the seed's core and onto the golem. So, not sure if we could have scanned the seed from somewhere else, but the Leviathan seed contains an enormous quantity of phason. And when it lands on any planet, it seeks out an appropriate nearby creature to protect it until the planet it's on is completely infused with phason. And we've actually seen that happen twice before this game. So, in Metroid Prime 1, we don't see the Leviathan seed. It is likely that for some reason it broke partly before reaching the planet, and therefore wasn't able to destroy the planet, but enough of it still managed to infect a Talon Metroid and power it up into the Metroid Prime. And then in Metroid Prime 2, it said that a cosmic object from space hit the planet Ether, fractured it into light and dark ether. And that cosmic object was unquestionably a Leviathan seed. And we know that because of the amount of phason that is present on ether. Phason comes from beyond our galaxy, so it cannot have been there natively. It has to have come there from somewhere. It came from the Leviathan. The Leviathan was probably split between light and dark ether as well, and so because it's kind of split, it again can't fully take over the planet, but it infused it with a lot of phason, and it chose the first of the Ing that it encountered, who became the Emperor Ing. So we've seen this process happen twice already. Anyway, giant robot. Fuck yeah. Remember that piece of lore about fusing science and magic? Yeah, I think this is it. Morphology, Mogonite, ancient Reptilicus wargun. Orbs appear to be source of power. Corrupted war golem, reanimated and energized with phasor. Relies on socketed energy orbs as a source of power. The orbs themselves have a fragile exterior, but contain pure phazon energy within. This energy must be completely overloaded before it will be destroyed. Eliminating all power sources is the only way to bring Mogonite. And yeah, they can swap locations. Phazon crystals are powering a protective barrier. An explosion near his feet could probably destroy it. Yeah, he can try to fix them. Ah, I forgot he could do that. switching off at the worst time. There we go. He really doesn't, Josh. Hey! And unfortunately, a huge quantity of Phazon hits Samus. And the little core inside her grows. And she throws up pure Phazon. Yeah, there's a lot of Phazon in her system now. Ooh, I'd forgotten about the Hyper Ball. It's a really weird one. I like it. Why can I not scan you? Whatever. I think this is this game's version of the Power Bomb. If I remember correctly. There may also be a Power Bomb. I could be wrong about that. Armor Suit Upgrade acquired. Hyper Ball online. While in Hyper Mode, press C to enter Morph Ball, then press and hold A to use the Hyper Ball. And yeah, it is a wide-ranging, highly destructive attack. Oh, maybe this is when you get to scan. Oh, I forgot it's just a bug. It's all creepy. Why are you a creepy bug? Hey, doesn't that look suspiciously like what Dark Samus would do? Can I scan? Nope. It really does, Josh. Yeah, the best way to get rid of the Phazon that's in Samus is to vent it. And venting it into the core overloads it. As much as this thing wants to spread Phazon, there's a limit to how much anything, even things that love Phazon, they can be very easily overloaded because it's too powerful. And Brio, at least, is no longer in danger.
Brio is now saved from further phazon corruption. Thank you, Samus. Your
No
next
problem, Dave.
objective will be Elysia. Though Gore is stationed there, the Leviathan's phazon contamination is still spreading. The impact point is hidden deep within the storm clouds of this planet. You will not be able to reach its location. Instead, you may land near an automated research facility floating high above the surface, where GF Aurora Unit 217 is stationed. Unit 217 has been infected by the corruption virus and is currently offline. I have uploaded a program to your suit that will purge any traces of corruption in the AU and restore its functionality.
I have uploaded an A pose to your suit.
Once Unit 217 has been restored, it will help us find a way to destroy the Leviathan. We are concerned about Gore ever since he lost contact with us. We hope he is safe.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck, Samus.
And Josh, this is why I said it almost certainly wasn't the second planet you were remembering. Because you will, in a moment, see Elysia. And purple and at night is... It's not how I would describe it. I love Elysia. And immediately back up and save. I mean, it could be that, Josh. Okay. Let me drop a save state. Just in case.
Samus,
Oh my lord.
your highest priority is to get Skytown's Aurora unit back online.
You know what? We can discuss that later, babe. Chat, thank you so very much for joining me. Let's take a look at who we can raid. Viz is live. Yeah, quite a few people live, but I haven't been able to raid Viz in a good long while. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for joining me. You know what? This game is a bit more a lot more handholdy than Metroid Prime 2, but I just enjoy it so much. I find it so engaging. I'm glad we managed to make so much progress today. Yeah. Anyway, I had fun. I hope you had fun. I'll be live again on Sunday, 2:30 Eastern Time, working on my game a bit. And Metroid Prime 3 will return next week, Tuesday, at 5:30 Eastern Time. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone it is for you, and I will see you all around in a future stream. Have a good one, everybody.